Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. And most importantly, good morning. Yes, I am once again looking off Stephen Fry. I think. I can't remember where I get that from. How are you all this morning? Yes, I know it's ridiculously early. Here's the way it works. Now, I've been wanting to get back into swimming. Getting back into swimming means I have to go down to the local swimming hole ridiculously early. So what I do now is I look at the weather forecast. If it's halfway decent, then I'm probably, if I'm awake, going to be streaming at this sort of time. If it's piddling down with rain outside, I'll be a couple of hours later. And for a change, I actually have a plan. Oh yes, we are almost at the levels of Entrati Lanthorn I need to build the Phenmor. Phenmor? Oh, grief. I can never remember what that blasted thing is called. I'm gonna have to check. What's it called? And I want it so that I can do a mission with Incarnate weapons equipped and get the Kubrows ranked up to maximum evolution. Yes, the Phenmor. The Phenmor. There you go. That's what I'm after. So, what has been happening? Where's Achilles? Hello, Achilles. Always hug your Kabat. Or Kubrow. Or other animal companion. But last night, according to the wiki, if you take a Smeeta Kavat with charm, which this one does, onto any mission on the Zaraman, I nearly said Saruman, the Zaraman, you randomly get Entrati Lanthorn, it says. And I got 2, so I just need that one more. In between time, I have added another, I applied a former to the Kubrows, so I've got a little bit more slot space to work with. So, let's go and do something nice and easy on Zaraman. Do they know how similar a name that is to Saruman? I'm amazed that it only just recently occurred to me, and that's because I was stumbling over what to call it. And Halako Perimeter. Oh, I need magnetic damage, don't I? Oh, hang on a second. I should have sorted that out before I started the stream, but never mind. I've got 2 hours or so. What time is it? It's nearly 3:15 in the morning. It wants magnetic, doesn't it? Shocking touch. There we go. And you can see I have a little bit more space to deal with, which makes things a bit easier. Metaruk, curiously, would be better without some of the former I've attached to it, but oh, I've already got it set up for magnetic. Okie dokie then. Come on, Achilles. Let's go beat some corpus up. See whether anything interesting happens. Good heavens, I have 11 likes. I only scheduled this a couple hours ago. Right. This should be relatively straightforward. Of course, having said that, yeah, you see, that's what I want to get done. Complete a solo mission with an Incarnate weapon equipped in every slot. That's what I need.
Them down
this is
without
why
a second thought.
I'm doing this. Okay, Incarnal enabled, I think. That's not too bad, only 138.
I'm loving this.
Of course, I probably won't pick up any Lanthorns this time round, just to compensate for the fact that I picked up 2 last time. There's probably a little routine somewhere in the program which says, he picked up 2 last time, we're going to be irritated and not give him any this time. I'm joking. To any of the developers watching, which is none, that's a joke. Or is it? Paranoia mode engaged. Leave my cat alone. I've also been doing a bit of grinding Fluor Thrax Plasm. Got some. I would like to clear out the... what's her name? Archimedean Yonta? Hear you. Yeah, finally got that shot in. Just realised something. Can't tell. Excuse me, one moment. Oh, good. I'm muted. I was just checking I'm muted on my Twitch preview. Hey Prakash, how are you doing this morning? I hope it's not as ridiculously early for you as it is for me. I am actually mostly often awake at this time anyway. But to be honest with you, getting up and then immediately going into a live stream is not my idea of fun. I do need to get my morning essential coffee, get my caffeine levels somewhat increased. So that's what this is about. Apparently it's not good enough to get my aim in. Could do it the hard way. So we are going to grind this essentially until I get what I want. Which sounds awfully entitled. Oh right. Ah, that would place you West Coast, wouldn't it? Of the North American landmass. Memory serves. You're getting yourself into trouble, Achilles. Arizona! Oh yes, I know it well. I must have mentioned it. Used to live in Tucson for about 10 years. Morning, Pseudo! Glad you could make it. Yeah, I loved Tucson. Loved Arizona. Of course I mentioned living in Tucson because I think yesterday somebody was asking me about my favourite restaurant in... No, not my favourite restaurant. I mentioned one of my favourite restaurants in Tucson, Wildflower. It's still going, which is nice. Oh, my goodness, they did some good food there. How is life treating you, Pseudo? One more. And I don't think I picked up a single Lanthorn.
Corpus goons are going back to Daddy Parvos empty-handed. You sent them running.
Ah, right. See if we can make what's her name happy. I have time. Let's see what we got around.
Prepare for incoming support.
Oh, I should have Thieves' Wit on me, and I don't. Never mind.
Classmates, you know, Tara Lee and me.
Ah, good. Huh. That's what I was after.
During my long career, I've had the good fortune to teach many talented students. But
Keeps them happy. Right. Oh, right. Yeah. Went through Phoenix any number of times. Always about 10 degrees warmer than Tucson. Grinding for Entrati Lanthorns. Which I didn't get. Yeah. Okay, so getting 2 last time was apparently accidental. And back we go.
Welcome to Kubrow. Agribiome access has been temporarily disabled.
Come on, Achilles. You're here for one thing. Companionship, of course. And if you wouldn't mind finding me a lanthorn, I would appreciate it.
Nobody's free lunch. Bust some heads. Don't let your weapons cool down. Lots more fighting to do.
You want to come down here and do this instead of trying to give me useless advice? is called reconnaissance by fire. What is that? And what do you do with it? Prep thieves wit, didn't I? Two. We're done. Yes. Now all I need is another 9, so I can rank up in I can't remember what they call it now. Yeah, rank up with Quinn. One of my curiously favourite places to visit, actually, in that whole group. Well, there's a couple. Bisbee was always an interesting place to visit. I liked Bisbee.
If our most recent jump was a 99.999% success, what would you do differently next
Curious little
to
place.
ensure that it was a 100%
You know, you've got this artists community, basically, right next to a massive open pit mine. But it's got a lot of history there. You've got, of course, Tombstone. Tombstone's a fun place to visit, actually. Never mind the whole hype they put behind the gunfight at the OK Corral. It gets a bit irritating after a while. Although the movie, Tombstone, still ridiculously good movie. Even if they do romanticize Wyatt Earp, who in reality was a complete scumbag. I think it's safe to say. He is not a person worthy of admiration or emulation. They kind of glossed over that. But the movie's still good, and the place is still interesting to visit. I do like visiting some of the old West towns as it exists. Oh, these have been preserved. It's always a nice thing to do. sure why I'm so keen on going after this thing. I've never been one for karaoke, but karaoke at Big Nose Cake is always funny. Curiously, one of the more accurate, I say accurate? Less compromised versions of Wyatt Earp on film was Kevin Costner's take on him. Because at least then, they actually showed the reason why he had to flee his home state, which I think was Ohio, because he was a horse thief. Which is not something that generally gets acknowledged, I do not think. Although, it has to be said, his early life was quite tragic. He, I think, married young, and his wife died of disease. And then I think he stole a horse, and then he had to leave the state. I think he was only in his early 20s at the time. I got another one. Okay, so I don't know whether this mission is particularly good for it or having a calmed Smeeta Kavat is the trick. That seems to be working for me. Where's the other place that I like down there? On the road south towards Nagalas, there is Tumakakari. This originally Spanish enclave. Worth going to see. Predates, of course, pretty much most European presence in the entirety of the United States. Worth going just for that purpose, to realise they got these, oh, I can't remember what they're called.
Branham can mark this one down as a net loss.
Here we go.
Force is retreating. You did good.
Yeah, I did like Tumakakari. And there's another artist's town. Oh, I can't remember what it's called. It's just south of Tucson again. I swear, if I ever had the money, I'd go and get furniture from this particular town. They've got some fantastic mesquite furniture. I probably shouldn't, because mesquite trees of sufficient size to make furniture is increasingly rare, but my goodness, it makes some fantastic looking furniture. Right. And that's it. That's the end of the live stream. Thank you. I have done what I came for. Goodbye. Nah, I'm kidding. But thank goodness that wasn't accompanied by a flood of people saying, "What? He's finished?" No, I haven't finished. You're only me going half an hour. Right. And under ready to build, we should have... I know I could just type the name in, but still. There we go. Yes, I do. So, in about a day. Yeah. So, in a day, I can rank up the Praedos. Where are you headed? You're going to say hello to the operator? You're going to have a hug. You were a good pussycat. Yes, you were. Yeah. You were my best boy. Don't tell Rufus and Peanut I said that. Oh, that actually occurred a lot faster than I expected.
Operator, Otis has been interfacing.
What am I doing now? Now that I've actually done that, it's a little bit case of
A new connection.
so much to do, so much time. What I could use, and I should possibly grind for, is I'm only 30,000 away from level 15, and Warframes. It's kind of interesting that Warframes and melee weapons are. Do I have any melee weapons that I haven't ranked up? What's a melee weapon worth? 6,000? I don't think I've got any melee weapons left to rank up, do I? Let's see. Well, I've got the Doorclave, but I'm going to wait on... the corresponding Warframe for that. I suppose I could rank that up. I'm not sure if I want to end up keeping this. But if I'm going to rank that up, I might as well go to Lure and pick up Lure Thrax Plasm. I was doing that earlier at Conjunction Survival. Okay, let's see if I can't get slashed. Let's see if I can, yeah. Okay, let's equip for that. Not necessarily the best place to rank something up like this, but I almost certainly won't be using this, but
All set. Service your weapons myself.
oh, I'm already set up for that. And I can... Alright. Let's go. Try and do two things at once. Rank up the Fang Prime and get some... Last time I ran this, which was early this morning, I only got 26 in a 25-minute run. I will get bored before that, I guarantee it. But it's a relatively simple one. And getting out is relatively easy. find... There's a particular spot here, if I can find it. Which is very good for this.
Technology may work here due to the Circulus's proximity. If you have enough mech, you may
Yeah.
use it.
It's not the best place for this, but it'll do. I tell you what, this is hard work compared with being equipped with something else. Oh, this thing's working alright. Some of these things, because I kind of like them, like the ceramic dagger. I mean, I'm going to hang on to that because I want to see if I can get it into an ink. Are they people dropping random things? Have you noticed this? Some of these weapons I'm tempted to keep just because they're cool, like the ceramic dagger, and relatively uncommon. So you're then tempted to say, okay, how can I make this work? Even though, as it stands, it's not fantastic. I mean, as an Incarnon, it might be interesting. I think you can get a speed boost from it. This is the wrong... Oh, I am. Here we go. Gnashing... I thought that said gnashing papaya. Would you believe it? Yeah. Well, of course it does. That makes perfect sense. A large green screen fruit with teeth. Yeah, I mean... Sounds like something out of Attack of the Camilla Tomatoes. Which I have never actually seen, but... I don't think I have. It's got one thing going for it. Doesn't really... It slows down a bit, but not too bad. I don't know why I continued that particular little run.
Sentient scouts.
Ah.
If they detect you, fighters will soon attack.
Yeah. Which means we've got a chance for plasm. Which is arguably what we want, so...
They know you're here. Prepare for sentient fighters.
That's the whole reason we're here. I am going to keep call that gnashing papaya, even though I know it isn't that. I can see it in my mind. What we got up here?
The longer you hold out, the deeper I can search. But if you need to leave, extraction is ready. These manifestations must not be allowed a foothold on Villa. Life support is at risk. Destroy them.
Nice to get back into the world where we actually have some colour. You know, I think with enough mods you could make a toothpick worth it in this game. Winter is now properly here. I think we're at -2 degrees. Now I know -2 doesn't sound like much, and in truth it's not. But yeah. As I say, Britain has this habit of doing miserable rather than, oh, it's winter, it looks beautiful. Yeah, we tend to get -2 and it's actually raining or something horrible like that. And then not properly raining, just raining hard enough to say, oh, it's miserable. Ooh. I have not been getting... not been paying attention to my life support. Then I start getting life support. Last time I did this, I did 25 minutes, and to my surprise, I didn't need any of the life support pillars. I was really surprised by that. I think that's happened before, but not from the beginning. And yeah, earlier, from the beginning, I didn't need use the life support pillars. This appears to be a little less active. How long have I been going? It's only 8 minutes. Although, if I'd been doing Bellinus, I suspect I would have ranked up by now. One of the great things about this time of year is, I don't know why I like it, but if I do head out to go swimming, and I don't keep talking about it, but now I seem to have a plan that should work. It'll be full dark, and I like walking in the dark. I find the dark quite comfortable. And Gnashing Papaya has ranked up. Oh, I know that's a terrible joke, but I'm making myself giggle.
Oculists are scanning for targets. The sentient has detected you. Vitals incoming. The Grenier and Corpus came here in search of treasure, but only found oblivion. They are trespassers here. You are not. These manifestations, they aren't from the neural sentry. Destroy them. They are drawing from your life support.
Hang on, come on. plants. Where'd they go? Oh well, got some. One. And I need life support again. Oh, maybe not. I still have to do a sort of deliberate... Oh, 440? No, let's go this way. Let's go there. That's a long way for life support. Can't blame them, I suppose. But I don't think I get extracted. I think I just leave here all alone. One of my goals kind of is when you do one of these runs down a hallway like this and you manage to just nick everybody with the edge of your attack. It's always gratifying when you turn around and they've all died. Ooh, that made me a sick puppy. Definitely not as much activity as the last time I did this. Very tempted to keep the prime weapons. I may have to be a little bit more judicious in what I actually do keep. I do, like I say, I do kind of want to match up my prime warframes with their signature weapons because, you know, no particular reason really. Pride of ownership? I don't know. Flex? Sort of a pointless flex, frankly. I did find it, and I think I commented it on the channel, rather amusing, regarding the ceramic dagger, which can be evolved into an uncommon weapon, which I'll probably end up doing. Just for the fun of it. They say it comes out quickly, and its attack speed is nothing special.
Don't worry, I'll take very good care of Verona. I have just the spot in the kennel for her.
The queens have sought out warframes before, or sought to present them with yours. You cannot let the worm out Verona. Void manifestations drawn to this cursed place of stolen lives. They will drain your life support unless they are destroyed.
This would be much easier with a Gunson. Or even the Kratos. Or a Classus. Ooh, I love it when I get that right.
If I scan you, sentient fighters won't be far behind.
Slam attack and a heavy attack at the same time. It's terribly satisfying again. Excuse me. About getting that done.
Look out for troopers.
Come get some! Ooh, I hate being sounding like that. It does not suit me. That whole macho thing, not me at all. I ought to stick with the... If you would care to come this way, gentlemen, perhaps I can show you an interesting time. Oh no, that sounds terrible. As you're here, let's have a bit of a Barney. I have to say, as a survival mission, this one is quite useful. Well, aren't they all useful, I suppose? And given that I want Frank's Plasm and I need several hundred, this is a responsibility. When my thumb finally gets tired, ouch, I'll probably go for 20 minutes on this. Then I will take a quick break, and then we will go and get some more Phenmor. And I still need more Entrati Lanthorn so I can level up, so I should probably do that. Now, I've got no idea whether the wiki is actually correct, and having a charmed meter that helps you get Lanthorns, but it seems to work. So it's a good thing to know. Today's top tip: ignore the wiki. No, that's not fair. The wiki's only been wrong a few times. Depends on which wiki you look at too, to be honest with you. I have this terrible impulse to rip off Top Gear. Today's top tip. Today's top tip. Have fun. No, that doesn't work, does it? I mean, yes, it's... So, in the long dark world, if anybody's interested, and I understand that there are some of the Alliance members who have watched me stream the long dark. I made it to Mystery Lake for ptarmigan hunting, and we're looking at hunting a moose with a bow and arrow because the moose is in exactly the wrong place. And hunting a moose with a bow and arrow, yeah, we tried it briefly yesterday. Then
A new presence and it craves our lives.
if I sound a bit wry about the whole thing. I would try and avoid the moose, except that the moose in Mystery Lake is very, very awkwardly located. It's right where I want to go. So unfortunately, that means it has to die, and I didn't bring the rifle with me because I didn't think I was going to need it. Should have done, but yeah. So I'm either going to have to use the revolver. Actually, my best hope is to hope for a lucky hit from the bow. I've never actually done a complete moose hunt with the bow before. Oh, I said I was going to do 20 minutes of that. Alright, where's the exits?
Oculists, if they scan you, sentient fighters won't be far behind.
Right, where's the exit? Oh, grief, that's a long way away.
They know you're here. Prepare for sentient fighters.
Oh, this is not a good position. Have to be in. Oh, that was relatively quick. Oh, wrong way. Hang on. Did you just do that to me? Did you just knock me off a cliff? Please don't.
Mission complete. Excellent work, Tenno.
Oh, I got 14. Yeah, I could have sworn. Oh, and 2 Orokin cells. Okay. That is actually a useful little survival thing. Right. I'm going to take a quick break, which among other things will stretch my bottom muscles. So I will be back in a couple of minutes. Right, I'm back. It's turning into an ice box. Inside there. I think I mentioned before, I actually stream from my bedroom. I've got this little nook right here, which everything fits in perfectly, I might add. Also, because of obsessive measurement. But, yeah, outside that door, the temperature drops. So what I have to do is I've got a thermal curtain that blocks off the rest of the apartment from this little section, which is the bathroom, which turns into an ice box, and here. And you can feel the temperature difference. Go outside the door and you can feel the temperature difference. Go on the other side of the thermal curtain and you can feel the temperature difference. And it's a bit of a problem for a lot of people in this part of the world. Energy costs are so high. Some people almost literally have to choose: do they want to eat or do they want to be warm? Now, I don't have to quite go that far, but I could not afford to keep the entire apartment warm. That would more than double my energy costs, which are high enough as it is. So you end up developing. You develop a strategy. Strategy is, how am I going to, keep costs down through the winter and yet not get so cold? And the tactic is, thermal curtain across the hallway there, thermal linings on the curtains behind me. In fact, you can't see it, I'm not going to show you, but the curtains there, they've got a thermal lining in them. On the other side of that, next to the double glazed windows, it is dramatically colder than it is in the rest of the room. Good news is some of us do qualify for winter warmth bonuses, which helps a lot, but a lot of people don't. Right. And that's just a general commentary on England, really, I suppose. I can't imagine what it must be like in parts of Highland Scotland. That must be quite terrible. Let's see. Right, ranked those up. That will only be a little bit. Yes, I got a couple of thousand off that. 3 Warframes would rank me up. What do you think, Achilles? They're kind of cute, these, I suppose. No. Don't know why I'm keeping the Orbis as tensions, isn't it? That I got because Prakash said at some point you're going to need a gunblade, so I got one. Not quite sure why I'm keeping that. Yeah, I've been through the Amphis. That one's actually got a pretty high attack speed, as I remember, but it doesn't work for me because you have to kind of stop moving to get full benefit from it, and I don't like stopping moving if I can avoid it. Yeah, that's working. I see you there. Well, that's really peculiar. I swear that comment appeared on Restream chat faster than it did on Twitch chat. How weird. What am I going to swap for? What haven't I played with lately? I've gone to all the trouble. I may as well equip that. What am I doing? What's the question mark for? It's not the exclamation mark. Let's see, with the helmet that needs feeding.
Disgusting, is it not, Operator? Ordis would enjoy
Purging this.
Cleaning this room, but sadly this vile mass serves
We're all good.
Warframes. A necessary evil.
Oh no. Sorry. Yeah, as I keep saying, if we can get to affiliate status on Twitch, then mobile users should be a lot happier because the resolution problems should be resolved, I hope. Probably a vain hope. What do you think, Achilles? It's a bit broken that YouTube has absolutely no problem. It'll just switch the resolution, everything's fine. Why doesn't Twitch do that? I mean, it can't be that hard to do, can it? What am I doing? What do you think I'm doing? Let's have a little look, see what Warframes I might have a shot at building, if I can grab the parts. Okay, I've got Atlas Systems, which is a step, and I don't have... I need to grab... some... Oh! I could build a Gara. What do I need to build a Gara? Cetus Wisp, Iridite. Ooh, that makes life a little bit harder. It would be funny if I built a Gauss. I'm slowly getting stuff though. Look at this. I've got the Gaia Neuroptics, Gaia Systems. That's buildable. That's buildable. And what do I need? Gaia Chassis. Where do I get a Gaia Chassis from? Let us cheat and switch to... Where do you get the Gaia Chassis from? Let's see what it says. Chassis blueprint. Zaraman bounty. It would be, wouldn't it? Level 60 to 65. Okay. 13.56% chance. Yeah. I love some of this, you know, expected number of stages you have to run to get the Gaia chassis. I have been raided before, yes. Playing the Long Dark, I've had a few raids. Don't worry about it. It's not, you know. But yeah, so 7 stages in order to probably get the Gaia chassis. Nearly guaranteed 47 plus or minus 15. Boy, that's a lot of work. I ought to build a Harrow, but... Oh, hang on. What am I missing? I've got the Neuroptics. I've got the chassis. Yes, of course I've got the chassis. I've got 72 Harrow chassis blueprints. Oh, for heaven's sake, that is ludicrous. What am I doing with that many Harrow chassis? 72. Oh, hang on. Oh, no. Yeah. Yes, I'll sell 71 of them. So, what do I need? I need Harrow Systems. Alright, let's see where... What do I need to get a Harrow Systems? Oh, it's a tier 3 defection. I hate defections. Yes, yes, that's what I just did. Okay, Kuva Salt Fortress Survival. Actually, there is today, I think. Isn't there a 21-minute Kuvus Fortress challenge? I think there is. Alright, let's give that a bash, shall we say. I think Nightwave has that as one of her challenges. Let's see.
Now, just in case some of you ain't doing all this out of the kindness of your hearts.
Okay, Kuva Fortress Survival.
Ta-ta, lovelies.
Let's have a little look, see. Haven't been to the Kuva Fortress in a while. Alright, survival. Disruption. Survival. Suggested damage. Is that the only survival? Assault. Exterminate. Yep, that is. Okay. Huh. Yeah. I wonder if I can somehow configure corrosion and viral at the same time without losing too much. Let's have a quick look just for the fun of it. Yeah, let's see. What am I set up for right now? Magnetic. Okay. Let's have a little look. Let's get rid of that. And I think... let's get rid of that. Okay, so... Fever Strike. Yeah, this is going to be a challenge. And North Wind gives me viral. And what was the other one? Corrosion. Shocking Touch. So that does not give me... Huh. So I gotta kind of choose. I can get viral, or I can get corrosion, but I can't get both, it seems. And corrosion is... yeah. Fever Strike, and... yeah, it doesn't help. Yeah, no, I'm not going to get that on there. I can't stick another Fever Strike on, so I'm going to have to... just go with viral, I guess. And I might as well get that back on. Let's see if we can get you updated to
Excellent armaments,
corrosion,
operator.
just so that I got a
Please
bit of
return
option.
Covered in blood. Safe and sound.
Stormbringer. Yeah. Alright, that gives me a bit of a few options. Alright. 20 minutes, huh? Yeah. Yeah, this should be interesting. You know what? I'm very tempted to switch back to a different weapon. Nah, stick with the Praetos. On the grounds of its, yeah, really, really high attack speed when it gets going. I probably ought to do this one, but this should be a little bit easier. And I want 20 minutes, so... always useful to have a few screenshots hanging around to...
Scans show Grenier are harvesting Kuva nearby. Set off the alarms to draw them out, then steal their Kuba catalysts.
Okay, we have a friend.
Predictable. As expected, Grineer have shut down the environmental systems, sending modified life support capsules. Use these to sustain your environment or attach Kuba catalysts to begin harvesting.
Soldier, you have been nominated. Your glory awaits in her fortress.
A complete bodily bisection there. That must have been a little bit awkward. So, 20 minutes.
Capsule will now harvest Kuba. Caution, Tenno. Capsules harvesting Kuba provide minimal life support. Life support on the way.
Oh, this looks promising as a location to set up. Why is there that? Oh, I see, yeah. The Kuba collection.
I've delivered a life support capsule to the area. Activating it will buy you more time. Modification successful. Collecting Kuba.
I don't want to collect Kuba. I got some anyway.
Grab the Kuba from that capsule.
No, you don't.
Get ready for our capsule. Our harvester has finished. Collect the Kuba.
2.5 minutes down. 17.5 minutes to go, approximately.
Additional life support has arrived.
I must admit, I'm getting happier with survival missions. I once did get a survival mission where I literally got out as the timer went down to 0. It's slightly nerve-wracking, I suppose. No, don't care about it. Just give me my 20 minutes. Oh, now you're just going to challenge me, aren't you?
Life support incoming.
This is not going
Ready to be collected.
quite as well as I hoped. Oh, I don't know. I'm being overly negative there.
Another life support capsule. Modification successful. Collecting Kuba.
Sorry. Didn't want to do that, Achilles. Hope that didn't sting too much.
The raid is off to a successful start. Extraction is available if you need it.
No, thank you. I want to do this for another 15 minutes. Anyway, I'm going to need nitane extract, and the easiest way to get it is through Nightwave. Although, I blow all my Nightwave credits with the ceramic dagger.
Tenno, prepare for life support. Grab the Kuva from that capsule.
Yeah, this is kind of weird. Why? Oh, it's the capsule.
Another life support capsule is now available. Commencing Kuva harvest.
That's what we want. Target-rich environments.
Life support incoming. Kuva is ready to be collected.
Tenakai is profoundly useful, I will give you that. Especially with an Incarnon weapon.
Capsule.
Well, this one, at any rate.
This capsule will now harvest Kuva.
And my life support's okay for now. Trying to remember which survival mission was the most frantic I've ever done. Oh, that one, yes, with all the infected in one of the Oregon tile sets. Yeah. That gets moderately intense. Realize they're ganging up on me in here, I think.
A harvester has finished. Collect the Kuva. Additional life support has arrived. Modification successful. Collecting Kuva.
Oh, hello, Bricage. I didn't realize you were here. Sorry, I should have seen you join, and I didn't. My apologies. One area where range is good to not have is when you're right close to one of those.
Get ready for a capsule.
If you've got a 3-meter range and you hit the
Operative just found. They could not do this without you.
there, thingamajig next to it.
Move up in that capsule.
Well, that did not sound like fun for somebody.
Another life support capsule is now available. This capsule will now harvest Kubrow.
For some reason, I'm reminded I was having a conversation with somebody on Guide Children of the Light last night. Me and a friend, was it yesterday afternoon? Me and a friend regularly play together. She's in Malaysia.
Tenno, prepare for
I've known her for some considerable time now. Anyway, we recently ran across somebody who finds the fact that I'm nearly 60 kind of amusing. I think she's 17 or 18. So, yeah, calling me grandpa is something she does. Anyway, her avatar was dressed in this sort of goth girl outfit. Goth/emo, I think she called it, despite the fact that goth and emo aren't the same thing. I don't think she was aware that, because I think she was claiming, saying I ought to embrace it, because my preferred cosmetics in the game are elegance. I prefer elegance or personality or something. I like to make sure everything matches and this kind of thing. Not that different from this, just without the mass slaughter. Anyway, so what she didn't realize was that the whole goth emo thing isn't new. It's almost as old as I am.
Life support on the way.
Emo? I can't remember which one it was. One of them started in the late 70s. And the other one started in the late 80s, about a decade later. So, yeah, anybody these days who goes for goth emo is basically appealing to fashions which are nearly 50 years old.
Another life support capsule is now available. This capsule will now harvest Kubrow.
I had my friend laughing with my rather tongue-in-cheek descriptions of the whole goth emo concept. Probably shouldn't repeat them, so I won't, just in case anybody out there. I've got no problems with it, if that's what floats your boat, but yeah. I can't remember which one of them. I think I called emo depression given clothing and form. Unless anybody think that I'm making light of such things, given that I personally do experience and have experienced depression. No, I'm not.
We will all share in this bounty. Hold out as long as you can. Additional life support has arrived. Commencing Kubrow harvest.
5 minutes to go. That should be easily achievable.
Life support incoming. The harvester has finished. Collect the Kubrow. Another life support capsule. Life support activated.
Well, that should keep me in Kubrow for a while. Oh, sorry, I saw the flamethrower and thought, kill it. Apologize. Here you. Oh, look at this. Time flies when you're having fun. Almost done it.
Prepare for life support.
You just come up through the floor?
Another life support capsule is now available. Modification successful. Collecting Kubrow. Capsule. Additional life support has arrived. The longer you fight, the more successful they will be.
Did I just pick up a Harrow Systems? Well, I got 20 minutes. Where's Nightwave saying congratulations? Good heavens above. Where's the exits? That way. That did say Harrow Systems. Am I now in a position to build a Harrow? It was a systems chassis I needed, wasn't it?
Another job well executed.
Ah, there we go. I did get that. Oh, we got some... Yeah, that's a Harrow Systems. Oh, apparently I've already got one. You're kidding me. What was the actual one I needed? It was a systems blueprint, according to that. 28 neural sensors. Oh, that's wonderful. I mean, that is really, really useful. Oh, that is remarkably useful. Alright, let me have a little look here. Chassis. Neuroptics. Harrow Systems. Chassis, Neuroptics Systems. I can build it. Finally, I can build a Harrow. Sorry, that is kind of amusing to me. We'll find out if it's any good. Oh well. Find out what happens when we feed it to the helminth. Oh, I would say that's an achievement. Let's go and grab our whatsits from the Hujami. Here we go.
We got as many miles behind us as we do before us. But dreamers, we
I
got
don't like that, but I got it, I suppose. Claim an item from your foundry. That's a nice, easy one. Alright, what have we got in here? Yeah, I've only got 5, so it doesn't really count. Yeah, got that. I don't. Yeah, I don't really want the skins, don't care. Ooh, loot detector. I think I might have something like that already. Plasma sword? Probably not. Now, wasn't there somebody...
That's all from me.
...who specifically wanted me to get...
Sometimes Ordis likes to assume he knows nothing. Nobody can learn.
We must raise more capital to pursue our goal.
I'm not massively keen on helping you with that. Yeah, I know. The only reason I got the ceramic dagger, normally I save it up for night aim. but I wanted the ceramic dagger simply because it's not that common. You can make it into an canon. I thought it was a cool thing to get. That's all. I wish you could pair it with a ceramic sword just for a cool factor, but now who was it? Somebody
Your humanity is a
wanted me to get
cleanse the unclean.
mods from this lot. Anybody? Hello, Makawami. So who was it wanted me to get some of these mods? Anybody remember? Somebody did, I'm pretty sure. Thank you, yes. 500 hours in and I'm slowly getting the hang of it. Oh, that's nice. I actually want captura scenes because we use it for ASMR videos. Some of the scenes are quite nice, but I want to give somebody a first refusal. Who was it? Are you in chat or watching at the moment? Who wanted me to get them some of these mods because I don't think they are a member of the new Loka. I don't mind helping out with that. But I ought to get one of those. But I do like that. That is nice. Now, speak now or forever hold your peace. Otherwise, I'm going to grab that because I do want it. And I'll also grab the phosphor cache. Anybody? No. Well, I can always it's alright. Kind of like getting them myself, but it's not a huge deal. That, you know, getting the necessary standing to get these things is not that hard. So it's not something I would pursue someone else to give me. I have if I were to start begging for charity, it wouldn't be for captura scenes, it would be for, oh, I don't know, Nova Prime parts. Oh, I'm gonna grab that. Yes, that's a nice little scene, actually. And I do seriously have a purpose for those. This is not a random thing, and I will get that. Yeah.
This we give to you.
Yeah, my idea is if I can figure out a way of doing it. I've got this idea for well, one, I can show you. Give me something to talk about briefly. This game is surprisingly good for ASMR. There's some great stuff if you like ASMR, and I do sometimes, and I do find it helpful sometimes to go to sleep. Nova Prime parts are vaulted, unfortunately. I need the blueprints or I need the relics, so it's a bit like the Equinox Prime. I had to trade for that, but yeah, the captura for this is nothing to do with the game. Hello. Yeah. But some of this is rather nice. I got a few ideas for videos. Oh, sorry, I didn't realize. See, this is a really nice little scene. You know? That's a rather peaceful scene just to have in the background. And people do like it. Well, not right now. I've only got, 15 minutes, but it's something we can consider in the future. But yeah, this is a nice little scene, you see. To me, it can, it's got everything you want. It's got music of sorts. You've got waterfalls. You've got nice, and yes, I do like decent ASMR. I wish there was a way. I wish there was a way to lose the Warframe itself from the scene, but that's not too bad. And there may be some games, if you want to do ASMR, the Pathless, for example, you can actually find a way to hide the character, so all you get is the scene. And sometimes some of those videos do surprisingly well. And I will not lie, it's free views. Just run that while I take a nap. I don't try and overdo it, but it's an idea. This is a nice little scene. I like this. Oops, what did I just do? There we go. Oh, hang on. Yeah, that view isn't so good. So, but that's nice. I like that. The other idea I've got, which would probably use a recorded captura. I had not seen that. Oops. Settings. Oh! Yes, you can. You're quite right. How about that? I like this music. I wish they played this. But thank you so much. Huh. That would make it better. Yeah. So that's kind of nice. And as a backdrop for music, that also works. One thing I want to do is put together a series of recordings of the Soma chords, of which I have a few. I want to call it Soma chord variations. Because there's some halfway decent music in this. So the idea would be, play some of these. Create a file, an audio file out of them. And then put it to a suitable captura backdrop. It's relatively easy to do, a bit fiddly. I mean, all of them would take too long, but I think they're about 2 or 3 minutes each. So I've got, in principle, nearly an hour of music there. Put it to a nice captura. Bingo. Got some interesting listening. At least I think so.
Operator? Orders wonders.
And
what are you thinking about?
But sometimes people actually like it. I keep saying my original soundtrack for The Long Dark is my second most viewed video. I think it is at any rate. Let me have a quick look. Where is it? Yeah, my my Long Dark soundtrack scene is 516 views. It's my second most viewed live stream, video, whatever on the channel, and I think it's probably got some of the highest number of hours in there. And that one, that's the gift. That particular video is is the gift that keeps on giving. There's always somebody has watched it, which is kind of interesting. Where is it right now? Oh, it's not doing too well at the moment. Only 5 views in the last 48 hours. It's actually been increasing in view rate, but you can't have everything. So, at some point, I need to, at some point, one weekend when I'm not grinding Warframe, I'll have to put some of this together. I don't know whether the Soma chords are in the soundtrack, to be honest. And I don't have a means of immediately checking that. Actually, hang on a second. I can find out. No, hang on. Warframe soundtrack. Let's see what we got. I'm not sure. Here we go. Oh no. Just looking at it right now, it doesn't appear to be. No, it's not. I don't think it is. Doesn't appear to be. I wonder if the Soma chord soundtracks are available anywhere. It doesn't appear to be. No, I think at a quick look, it looks to me like the Soma chord music is not part of the soundtrack. To be honest, I would have to go and check more closely, but at first glance, no, it's not there. Do I have Nova Prime Neuroptics? I think I do, but I will check. I think I built it, actually. Let me have a quick look. No. Oh yes, I built it. I have no idea where I got that from. I can only assume you gave it to me or Pseudo gave it to me. So yeah, I have built that. So yeah, I just need Prime systems. It's not that I have any particular need for it. I'm just sort of slowly collecting the Prime Warframes. Who knows? A couple of years from now, I might have all the Primes, which would be, and their component weapons, accompanying weapons. So that would be kind of interesting to have. It'll probably never happen. I suspect between now and a couple of years from now, when I'm, famous and all the rest, I'll probably be playing some other game. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah, I'm slightly surprised that there's no actual copyright attached to the soundtrack. Because when you're doing this kind of thing, your fear is, am I going to get a copyright strike? And so far, the worst I've had is you're allowed to use the music on YouTube. It's just blocked in some countries. That's the closest I've come to a copyright strike. None of the Long Dark soundtrack causes a copyright violation. None of the Warframe soundtrack does. There's the Sky Children of the Light. That's regional copyright. In other words, well, they block certain countries from viewing it. But again, you're allowed to use it on YouTube, which is kind of in violation of their own terms of service. But YouTube is quite explicit about this. You get the copyright warning, and then you go and look and say you're allowed to use it. Yeah, it's copyrighted, but the creator allows its use on YouTube, which is awfully handy, you know. I'm sure there are games where that's not the case. Copyright is potentially, music copyright is potentially a cesspool to go walking into. So, but yeah, tone chord variation sounds like a fun thing with suitable Captura background. Really? I guess it would depend on the specific music. What I've tended to do before actually doing a full soundtrack with video is do a test upload, see if I get a complaint. And so far, I haven't. But I mean, if they want me to... Yes, the 9 Inch Nails song is... Yeah, that would be. And I think I can't remember what that was in, and that actually came up in a video, as I recall, but I can't remember the details. But yeah, that would be copyrighted. Yeah, I can't. Where was that? Yeah, you have to be careful. If you get an upload, I would suggest, if anybody's wanting to put it together, then you, negotiate. Finding your way through the copyright issues can be a quagmire. So, one thing you might want to try, if anybody wants to do it, is upload it as private. And see if you get a warning there. Oh, that's right, it would be, wouldn't it? Yes. Those aren't copyrighted. I haven't got a warning for those, would you believe? I'm pretty certain I didn't. And those are part of the soundtrack. Oh, no. There is... All right, so the Warframe original soundtrack does have... Yeah, here's the actual description. Copyright protected content found. The owner allows the content to be used on YouTube. And it's Sleeping in the Cold Below is the one that causes the warning. And in fact, it actually specifically says this claim doesn't restrict your video at the moment. This is not a copyright strike. There are no visibility restrictions. If it ever becomes a case, I'll just take it down. You know, it's no big deal. No, yes. But something you have to watch out. The Journey original soundtrack has an issue. The Aurora's music from Sky, Children of the Light, states copyright protected content found. People in some countries can't watch your video. So it is something you have to keep an eye open. What's really funny is I've done 2 Aurora concert. The Aurora concert, something in Sky Children of the Light. If you play the game, it's worth going to. It's actually quite an event. It gets a bit boring after the 3rd or 4th repetition, but it's actually, as a virtual concert, it's quite nice. So I did 2 things. I live streamed the concert once. I checked. Yeah, I actually have to go in a couple of minutes. So yeah, I'm going for 2 hours. So I'm up. I've got to get going because I have to, at the very least, shave, get ready, and start walking. I have a 5-kilometer round trip to make because that's the only way I can get there. So, but we can put a note on that, and we can do it maybe this evening or later. But I simply don't have the time right now. I actually literally, after I come off this live stream, I have to schedule the next one and then get going. So yeah. But yeah, this is kind of weird. I did the I live streamed the Aurora concert, which did surprisingly well, and I extracted just the concert footage from that. I've got. Hang on a second. Let me just finish this thought. And then I thought, well, I'll take the Aurora concert music and I'll put it to an actual Aurora from a video game just for fun. And that's the one that got partially copyrighted material. And as far as I know, it's exactly the same music. But anyway, so back to the subject matter. Do I have... Really? All right, well, I can't do it now. But what am I building at the moment? I am... Hang on. So right now I am building Octavia Prime. So yeah, that's building. I didn't try to get Neza Prime. And later on I will...
Any of y'all see the feeds light up? It's going down, kids.
So no, the Nova Prime... yeah, we talked about that. I've got the neuroptics for it, but I need the other two parts if I want to complete the build. And let's have a look at the market. Well, I've got a couple of minutes. I need to get on. No, I don't have time. I'm going to have to check for this later. Oh, right. Okay. Okay, I don't have Aya. Well, I don't have much. If I miss it, it's no big deal. I'm in no rush after all. I'm hopefully going to be continuing to play this game for a while. So, but like I say, I do actually have to get going so I can set up for the next live stream. The next live stream will be in about 4 hours. 9 o'clock. 0900 hours Greenwich Mean Time. This time may become a more regular thing, especially now that I've got a sort of tactic for achieving my fitness goals, which requires me to say, get out the house fairly early. Apartment, I should say. So yeah, we'll be back with Warframe in 13 hours. Oh, anymore. 7 o'clock Greenwich Mean Time. PM. So. Oh, right. Yeah, no, I've got the Octavia Prime now. Let me think. I don't think I've got anything else to talk about or say, so I will start signing off. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Where's Achilles gone? Achilles deserves another hug because he's been a good boy. Yes, you got me the Lanthorns. Yes, don't you dare claw me. I'm wearing armor, you'll scratch yourself. So, remember to hug your Kavats and your Kubrows. They need love too. Thank you all very much for watching. If anybody feels like leaving me a like and a subscribe, that would also be appreciated. Regardless, I will be back soon and I will see you all then. I hope you have a very good evening, morning, day, night, whichever part of the diurnal cycle you're in. See you all soon.